A letter to my wife with a heavy heart. Dearest wife, today I'm not speaking to complain. I'm not speaking to blame you. I'm speaking because there is a weight on my heart that I have carried in silence for far too long. Most people see me as a man, a provider, a protector, a problem solver, the one everyone turns to when things fall apart, the one expected to stay strong no matter what. But very few people stop to ask who carries me when I'm tired. Very few people wonder what happens when the strong man begins to feel weak. That is why I'm speaking to you today. Because whether you realize it or not, you hold a place in my life that no one else can occupy. You have the ability to make our home feel like a refuge, or make it feel like another battle I have to survive. You have the ability to soothe wounds you never caused, or deepen wounds you never knew existed. You have the ability to strengthen me, or slowly wear me down. Not because you are responsible for everything I face, but because your voice is the voice I carry with me the most. Your words stay with me long after conversations end. Your respect shapes how I feel about myself. Your support gives me strength when I have none left. I can face challenges outside these walls. I can deal with financial pressures. I can endure criticism. I can carry responsibilities that most people never see. I can fight battles every single day. But when the person I love most becomes the source of my exhaustion, something inside me begins to break in ways that are invisible to everyone else. My dearest wife, I don't believe men always pull away because someone else enters their lives. Sometimes they pull away because peace leaves their lives. Sometimes they become distant because every conversation feels like a judgment. Because every mistake becomes a reminder of their shortcomings. Because every effort goes unnoticed. Because every weakness they reveal is remembered and used against them later. Because home no longer feels like the place where they can breathe. The truth is, many husbands are not starving for food. They are starving for appreciation, starving for respect, starving for encouragement, starving for a place where they can simply be human without feeling like they are constantly being evaluated. Do you know what slowly pushes a man away? Constant criticism, being disrespected in front of others, having his dreams mocked, being compared to other men, having his efforts dismissed because they were not perfect, turning every disagreement into a list of everything he has ever done wrong, making him feel that no matter how hard he tries, he will never be enough. Many men never say these things out loud. Sometimes pride gets in the way. Sometimes fear does. But every harsh word leaves a mark. Every insult stays longer than you think. Every act of disrespect chips away at something precious inside him. And eventually, he becomes quiet. He shares less. He hides more. He keeps his thoughts to himself. Not because he no longer cares, but because he no longer feels emotionally safe. My dearest wife, I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm not asking you to carry every burden I have. I'm not asking you to solve all my problems. I'm simply asking you to remember that behind the husband you see, there is a human being. I get tired. I get discouraged. I question myself sometimes. I fight battles in silence that I don't always know how to explain. And during those moments, your belief in me means more than you could ever imagine. Your encouragement matters. Your kindness matters. Your respect matters. Your gentleness matters. When you believe in me, you awaken something powerful inside me. You make me feel capable of facing whatever life puts in front of me. But careless words can extinguish that same fire. That is why I need you to understand how much influence you have. Never underestimate your voice. Never underestimate your presence. Never underestimate the atmosphere you create within our home. Because a successful home is not built on money alone. It is built when two people choose to protect each other's hearts. I promise to protect yours. I promise to listen more. I promise to love you better. I promise to keep growing into a better husband. But I need you to understand something too. I am strongest when I know I'm not carrying life's burdens alone. I am strongest when my wife becomes my refuge instead of another source of pain. When you become my peace instead of my pressure. When you stand beside me as my partner instead of against me as my opponent. So today, with a heavy heart, I'm asking you for one thing. When the world takes pieces of me every day, help me put them back together when I come home. When I'm struggling silently, see beyond my silence. When I fall short, help me rise instead of reminding me why I fell. And when I walk through our front door, let me feel that I have entered a place where I am loved, respected, valued, and understood. Because I will never forget the woman who becomes my peace. And I truly believe that no marriage can thrive when husband and wife stop protecting each other's hearts. With love, your husband.